One of the wildest moments on my 600-pound life happened when Dr. Now walked into a hospital room and saw a pizza box sitting next to his patient, Schenee. She had just told him she was following her diet plan perfectly.
The lying need to stop now. Okay, Schenee?
He paused, stared at the box, and said calmly but firmly, "This is exactly why you're not losing weight. No yelling, no drama, just straight up truth." And then, without another word, he turned around and walked out. That quiet moment said a lot, not just about Schenee, but about Dr. Now himself. He's usually cool, collected, and professional, but sometimes even he gets pushed too far. And when that happens, it makes for some of the most intense scenes on the show.
I don't want to hear of this issue again.
Yes.
And if I do, then this is going to be a very different conversation.
Dr. Younan Nowzaradan, or just Dr. Now as everyone calls him, is the heart of my 600-pound life. He's a skilled surgeon and a straight shooter. He doesn't sugarcoat things. But when his patients lie, make excuses, or don't take responsibility, we get to see another side of him. In this video, we're counting down Dr. Now's angriest moments, the times he snapped, got real, and made it clear he wasn't messing around. If you've ever seen my 600-pound life, you've probably heard of Stephen Asante. He's one of the most talked about and controversial patients to ever appear on the show, and for good reason. From the moment he showed up, it was clear he was going to be a challenge. Stephen was loud, demanding, and constantly breaking the rules. He was supposed to be losing weight and getting serious about his health, but instead, he'd sneak food, yell at hospital staff, and even try to manipulate his own father. Dr. Now did what he always does. He tried to help. He gave Stephen multiple chances, clear instructions, and even had him admitted to the hospital to get things under control. But Stephen pushed every limit. At one point, Dr. Now had to confront him for ordering pizza from his hospital bed. Stephen actually bragged about getting away with it. Things got so bad that Dr. Now seriously considered kicking him off the program. He even told Stephen he would call the news and expose him for abusing the system and wasting resources. At another point, Dr. Now threatened to cut off his care entirely, saying, "You're playing games, and I'm not going to be part of it." Even viewers could see the frustration building. You could tell Dr. Now wasn't just angry, he was disappointed. He wasn't trying to be mean. He just couldn't keep helping someone who refused to help themselves. Stephen's story eventually ended with his brother, Justin, stepping in to try and get things back on track. But by then, the damage was done. The tension between Stephen and Dr. Now became one of the most unforgettable parts of the entire series. This wasn't just TV drama, it was a real doctor reaching his breaking point, and it showed us that even the most patient people have their limits. Before we go to the next one, I'm on a journey to 1,000 subscribers, so if you'd like to support me, hit that subscribe button. James K's story was one of the most heartbreaking on the show, not just because of his weight, but because of the people around him. When Dr. Now met James, he weighed over 700 pounds and was completely bedridden. But it wasn't just James's health that raised red flags. It was his relationship with his girlfriend, Lisa. From the start, Dr. Now noticed that Lisa wasn't helping James. She was actually making things worse. She would bring him unhealthy food, go against the doctor's orders, and even lie about how much James was eating. Dr. Now didn't hold back. He called it like he saw it. Lisa was enabling James, and it was killing him. In one tense moment, Dr. Now looked Lisa in the eye and said, "You're feeding him to death." It wasn't dramatic. It was just the truth, and it hit hard. James continued to struggle with his weight, and Dr. Now grew more and more frustrated. At one point, he became so concerned about the situation that he contacted Adult Protective Services. That's how serious it was. Dr. Now believed James might be a victim of neglect, even though Lisa probably thought she was helping by taking care of him. This situation showed a different side of Dr. Now's anger, not just at the patients, but at the people who were supposed to support them. It wasn't just about following a diet. It was about giving someone a real shot at life. And in Dr. Now's eyes, Lisa was standing in the way of that. James's journey didn't have the hopeful ending many fans wished for. His health kept getting worse, and eventually, he passed away in 2020. But his story stuck with viewers, and so did Dr. Now's powerful message about enabling and accountability. Shenee's time on my 600-pound life was filled with a lot of big promises, and just as many broken ones. From the start, she said all the right things, that she wanted to change, lose weight, and take back control of her life. But her actions told a different story. The most shocking moment came when Dr. Now walked into her hospital room and saw something that completely set him off: a pizza box sitting out in the open. Schenee had been put on a strict diet in the hospital. The whole point was to control what she ate and help her start losing weight safely. But instead, she had somehow managed to get a full pizza delivered to her hospital room. When Dr. Now saw it, he didn't yell. He didn't need to. He just gave her a look that said it all. He calmly pointed out that she was clearly not sticking to the plan. "This is exactly why you're not losing weight," he said. Then he turned and walked out, not even waiting for a response. That moment went viral for a reason. It showed just how fed up Dr. Now can get when his patients waste opportunities. He had done everything he could to help Schenee, but in that moment, it was clear she wasn't ready to help herself. For viewers, it was frustrating. For Dr. Now, it was infuriating. Not just because of the pizza, but because he knew where this road could lead if things didn't change fast. Sean Milliken's story was one of the most emotional on my 600-pound life, and it wasn't just about his weight. At his highest, Sean weighed over 900 pounds, and he relied heavily on his mother, Renee, for everything. But as the story unfolded, Dr. Now started noticing something troubling about their relationship, something deeper than just caregiving. Dr. Now suspected that Renee might have been keeping Sean sick in order to keep control. He brought up the idea of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a rare but serious condition where a caregiver makes someone else sick or stops them from getting better in order to stay needed. It was a huge accusation, and one that made things very tense between Dr. Now and Sean's mom. In one scene, Dr. Now bluntly told her, "You're not helping him. You're keeping him from getting better." Renee pushed back, saying she was just doing her best, but Dr. Now didn't let up. He had seen too many cases where enabling or emotional manipulation stopped people from healing, and he wasn't going to let it slide here. What made the situation even more heartbreaking was that Sean seemed stuck in the middle. He wanted to improve, but he also didn't want to hurt his mom. Dr. Now could see it, and it clearly frustrated him. He tried to break through to make Sean see that sometimes love means letting go, or at least setting boundaries. Sadly, Sean passed away a few years after his episode aired, and while his story touched many people, it also served as a powerful reminder that sometimes the biggest obstacles aren't just physical, they're emotional and psychological. One thing fans of my 600-pound life love just as much as the transformations are the unforgettable one-liners from Dr. Now. He's not one to sugarcoat the truth, and when he gets frustrated, his words can be as sharp as a scalpel. Some of his most iconic moments didn't come from yelling or dramatic blow-ups. They came from his deadpan delivery and brutally honest reactions. Take, for example, when a patient tried to blame their lack of progress on water weight.
I'm telling you, doctor, I got water weight.
You should have lost 130 pounds by now.
Dr. Now just stared and replied, "You're not 700 pounds of water." That line quickly became a meme online because it was just so blunt and so true. In another scene, a patient was treating their hospital stay like a vacation. Dr. Now looked at them and said, "This is not a hotel." Again, simple, but it hit hard. You could tell he was getting tired of the excuses. Then, there's the time he told a patient, "Stop doing weird things." A line that confused people at first, until you realized he was just over all the drama, lies, and manipulation. He doesn't have time for games. He's there to save lives, and he expects his patients to take that seriously. These quotes have stuck with viewers because they say exactly what many people at home are thinking. They're funny, yes, but they're also real. Dr. Now doesn't speak in long speeches. He gets straight to the point, especially when he's frustrated. It's these moments that show Dr. Now's personality best. Serious, a little sarcastic, and always focused on the goal. Helping people, even if he has to get a little angry along the way. Dr. Now might come off as tough, and yeah, sometimes even a little scary. But at the end of the day, he's someone who genuinely wants to help. His anger doesn't come from a place of ego or power. It comes from frustration, from watching people throw away a second chance at life that he's trying to give them. What makes him different is that he doesn't coddle people. He tells them the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, And honestly, that's probably why he's helped so many people succeed. He holds his patients accountable when no one else will. And sometimes that means snapping a little, raising his voice, walking out, or dropping one of those now famous one-liners. But under all that, you can tell he cares. He wouldn't keep doing this job year after year if he didn't. He fights hard for his patients, and sometimes he fights with them too. Because in his world, tough love really can save lives. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching and taking this journey through Dr. Now's angriest moments with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment below with your favorite Dr. Now quote or moment, and subscribe for more deep dives into reality TV, true stories, and everything in between. There's plenty more where this came from, and trust us, we're just getting started.